Rhyme scheme, how a poem rhymes. Stanza number 1 is in a pattern. Sentence 2 of stanza 1 is a hyperbole. This is because nobody has 101 multifold. Stanza number 2 is a B&B pattern. Stanza number 3 is a C&C pattern. Sentence 2 in stanza 1 has a simile using the word like. In stanza 3, sentence 1 is an example of personification. There are a total of 9 stanzas in this poem. The poem is in a B, C, B, D, E, F, E pattern. There is an example of simile in line 4, saying, cheeks like a rose. There are 4 stanzas in this poem. This poem's rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, D, E, E. Sentence 7 is an example of personification, because it says that the snowman will be back another day. There are 4 stanzas in this poem. The rhyme scheme for this poem is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. There are 4 stanzas in this poem. This poem's rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Stanza 4 is an example of personification, because a snowball can't wet the bed and run away. There are 4 stanzas in this poem. This poem's rhyme scheme is A, B, C, D, C. Sentence 1 in stanza 1 has an example of repetition because it says Santa twice in a row. There are 3 stanzas in this poem. This poem's rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B. There are 2 stanzas in this poem. This poem's rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, C, D, B, D. An example of personification is in stanza 4 line 1, because a bunny can't grab a nose. An example of onomatopoeia is in stanza 4 line 2 because it says nibble and crunch. There are 4 stanzas in this poem. This poem's rhyme scheme is a free verse. There are 2 stanzas in this poem. This poem's rhyme scheme is a B, C, B, D, E, F, E. There are examples of idioms in line 1 stanza 1, because you can't be literally driven crazy, line 2 stanza 2 because presents can't actually be wrapped in a real quiz, and line 2 stanza 4 because he can't really leave the place glowing. There are 4 stanzas in this poem. The rhyme scheme for this poem is a free verse poem. This whole poem is an alliteration poem, because nearly every word starts with S. There are 2 stanzas in this poem. Bonus poems. Go to the next slide to see them. The rhyme scheme for this poem is A, B, A. There is an example of foreshadowing in line 1 stanza 1 and the effect is in line 2 stanza 3 because he basically said he won't get presents, so he got coal. This poem has 3 stanzas. The rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, C, D, D. There is an example of an oxymoron in line 2 stanza 1 saying awfully grand. There is an example of ambiguity in line 2 stanza 1 saying grace, which could be a name, or could mean something very graceful, or filled with beautiful. Credits. Images from Google Images.